again, knowing beforehand that you buy stocks when they are high, sell them when they are low, and then rebuy them again when they go back up. I would marry you again. I would marry you again knowing beforehand that you tend to exaggerate. Your fish stories are always twice as big as normal.
Wait, that's it.
I would marry you again, even knowing beforehand that you think there is good in everyone, even after they sue you. Famous quote, but he's a nice guy. I would marry you again, even knowing beforehand that you single-handedly kept the infomercials in business by buying everything that they sell. And I would marry you again, even before knowing that you love your computer and your BlackBerry more than me. Okay, all kidding aside, we have endured together, laughed and cried together. We have raised a beautiful family together. You make me laugh every day. And our life has been an adventure that has made us who we are. Today, before our family and friends, I vow to continue to love and cherish you and plan to get very old with you. As our wedding band said when we were first married 40 years ago, you are my beloved and I am yours.
Oh, I'll top it. You may just not want to hear it. I don't know whether I get through this or not, but I'm going to try. Allison, 40 years ago, we stood under the chuppah at Temple Menorah in Torrance. We were just two kids. You had just turned 19 and I had just turned 21. I will never forget the words that Rabbi Zelvin spoke when he looked into our eyes and said, "This is truly a marriage made in heaven." 40 years later, I think back to our standing under the chuppah and know that Shai spoke the truth and his prophecy has come true. Our union was very definitely a marriage made in heaven. I have a sneaky feeling that when the rabbi gave us our wedding vows, the part in sickness and in health had little meaning to you then. Little did you know what you were getting yourself into. Almost from that day, those 5 words took on a life of their own. After 40 years of injury after injury, more surgeries than I want to remember, you have more than lived up to your end of our marriage vows. Although you just told me we didn't do marriage vows. I thought we did. You have taken incredible care of me throughout the years. I know what I have put you through has not been easy, but you never once flinched whenever I needed you, and I know that you never will. After my neck surgery, I will never forget the night I was getting ready to go to a client's party. I was in horrible pain. I could barely hold my head up, from having to wear the hard collar neck brace. And while trying to get dressed, you found me crying like a baby in the closet. I told you then that I honestly believed I had ruined our lives, having undergone the cervical surgery. You took me in your arms, told me just to let it all come out, and stood there for what seemed like hours, just holding me in the warmth of your loving arms. You told me that things would get better, and in time we would look back and realize this was just another stumbling block that we would get over together. This was just one time amongst many where I marveled at your love and strength. But Allison, you are not just committed to me, and you don't just take care of me. You have the uncommon ability to take charge and take care of everyone you love. You always jump into adversity with conviction and focus. When our children need you, they know there's nothing you will not do for them. You have proven this time and time again. It is very unfair that you have been placed in this position so often, but you always find a way to make things better for your own family and for your friends as well. I know that you internalize a lot of what you go through. This is evident in the countless sleepless nights that you have. But nothing stops you from being the special, strong, powerful, and incredibly smart woman that you are. Allison, beauty is something that is both inside and out, but true beauty comes from within. I'm not done. I got more. When I start, I'm gonna go.
How many operations does that cover?
Oh, God. And no one could ever dispute that inside you have a heart of gold. Over the past 40 years, you have only gotten more beautiful as the days go by. I believe this is due to your inner beauty continuing to come out. You have not changed very much since the day we stood under the chuppah, just two wild-eyed kids very much in love and having no idea what our lives would look like 40 years later. Well, I think after 40 years, 3 great kids, Aaron, Adam, and Jeremy, a wonderful son-in-law, David, a fabulous Riley, we have lived a charmed life, and we have so much to be grateful for. Over the past 40 years, we have been blessed with wonderful friends. I don't think anyone could have better friends than we do. Many of them were with us when we were married 40 years ago, and they are here with us tonight. We have also been blessed with great family who have always been given us their love and support. Your mom, my mom and Walt, my dad and Joan, Steve and Linda, Joe and Jennifer, and their 4 terrific kids, Josh, Ilana, Lindsay, and Matt. Our families have an immense impact on our lives. I wish your dad and Rob could be here today to see this, but I know they're smiling on us, as is our dear friend Rick. Allison, you are my life's blood, my best friend, my sounding board, and the greatest lover any man could ever ask for. If you will have me for another 40 years, I promise to do all that I can to keep you happy and safe. Let's keep our love for one another and what Rabbi Zeldin called a marriage in heaven continue for a lifetime. Thank you for giving me the 40 years of excitement, companionship, respect, laughter, care, giving, and for being my nurse countless numbers of times. And thank you for giving me 3 of the greatest kids any dad could ever ask or deserve. We can be thankful that all 3 of them have your looks, your compassion, and your wisdom. I would thank you for giving me Riley, but that was Aaron and David's doing. So now, in the presence of our family and our dear friends, I, Peter, take you, Allison, to be my beloved wife, again. To have and to hold you, to honor you, to treasure you, to be at your side in sorrow and in joy, in the good times and in the bad, in sickness and in health, and to love and cherish you always. I promise you, this is from my heart, for all the days of my life. That's it.
Eat, drink, be merry. We have more to come in a little while.
You say hello to Norman. You say hello to Norman. Right here.
Hello, Norman. Too bad you're not here tonight. It's really a nice function.